How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to be bringing y'all a 𝐑𝐄𝐂𝐄𝐍𝐂 versus Wattson comparison video, and to kind of break down whether I'm going to be swapping from Wattson to 𝐑𝐄𝐂𝐄 or sticking with my good old Wattson main. I will be breaking down their abilities, kind of comparing the two, and just going in a little bit in detail as to why I might or might not be switching to 𝐑𝐄𝐂𝐄𝐿. So we are already in the range. So let's go ahead and break down his abilities. So 𝐑𝐄𝐂𝐄𝐿 is the new legend as of season 13. His passive is pretty much a lifeline res with a portable shield, which is super useful, but you can definitely still shoot him while he's being out in the open or resing his teammates, but you can move while resing, which is kind of a good thing, especially if your teammate's in a bad spot and you need to move them while resing. His tactical is actually a movable, portable kind of lifeline shield that we're used to seeing back in the day. And then his ultimate is a giant wall that he actually can use aggressively to help cover your teammates in bad, sticky situations. And I'm going to break down the tactical and his ultimate as we speak. So his portable shield also moves when you press Q to the designated spot, which is actually really cool. I did not know that you could move it. So let's say your teammate's in a bad spot and you're needing to push up. You can do that. You know, you can use it. It's kind of like a gibby bubble. You can bounce in and out of it. It does have a decent cooldown. So we're at like 10 seconds for the cooldown on that. And then for his ultimate, which is something really cool, is you actually get this really cool UI. And then you can just boom, throw it down. You have 3 major walls and then all the mini walls. So you can use it for cover. You can res your teammates. You can do a whole bunch of things. And also, if an enemy comes up and touches this, it electrocutes them as well. So it's how you can kind of tell. It's got a little bit of electricity to it, which is super sick in my opinion. The damage on this wall is absurd, okay? So don't freak out and think an enemy can just shoot it, because that's just one mag. And you have to do 3 full R301 mags to break one of these, right? Watch. I'll break one and then I'll show you. So if you break one, it actually doesn't demolish the rest of the wall, which is actually really good, because if somebody does shoot it, you can use the same wall for cover, and then if you need to, you can break down the whole wall, which is super sick. Which I don't know why you would want to break down the whole wall, but if you need to, you can. And in my opinion, I would not necessarily say that he's a lifeline replacement. I do believe that he might be taking lifeline mains like pick, just because he's a little more of like a lifeline Gibby in my opinion. He is a little more beefier, so he's definitely not small to hit like lifeline. The drone is a little different because you can shoot while your teammate's being rezzed. Whenever he's rezzing, you cannot do that. But yeah, let's hop into Wattson here and just kind of break down her abilities, and just go from there as well. So if you don't know, Wattson regens her health or her shields. So if, let's say, you get cracked a little bit, it is a slow, but it's there, regen of your shields. I believe that it should be a little bit faster, kind of like Octane, with his health. Her fences are able to lock down buildings, big areas like on World's Edge and Storm Point. You can block off maybe like a valley or kind of like a crevice area out in the open. And then her ultimate is good for stopping projectiles, like grenades, alts. So like if Horizon throws her alt, stuff like that, like fuse nades, knuckle clusters. So let's pop this. And another cool thing is, with Wattson, her ultimate goes up to 100% no matter what percentage. So like this, you can throw it down, boom. Her health of her shields is actually recharged depending on how much is left on this ring as right here. So let's go over here and I'll kind of show y'all. Let's take a little damage here. That didn't even touch me. Hello? Alright, so I am fully cracked. We're gonna run over here. And as you can tell, it is regenning my shields. And if I go away from it, you can't really tell, but it is definitely there. Her passive is at work. It is just really, really slow. And then also, her fences, there are a decent amount, and you can literally just, boom, right? You can go here. You can go here. That. You can get absolutely wonky with it, right? You can break down a building. You can hold down the perimeter of a building. Anything, in my opinion. But what I was gonna bring up with comparing the two is I don't think Wattson is a replacement or 𝐑𝐂𝐂𝐄𝐂 is a replacement for the two. I will stick with Wattson because she is a defensive character that I play aggressively, and 𝐑𝐂𝐂𝐄𝐂 is a support character, and I don't really play support characters. And so, in my opinion, I do believe that 𝐑𝐂𝐂𝐂 is a great fit for your squad or a new main if you choose to. But for me, I will probably be sticking with Wattson and probably have one of my boys main 𝐑𝐂𝐂𝐂 because they said they would like to. But I want to point out that I think that 𝐑𝐂𝐂𝐂 and Wattson combined is a OP kind of duo, or at least having it in the squad. Because you can put her Jhin behind this wall that takes 3 full mags to break. Then meaning you have to get an angle on the Jhin to stop that. Or you can even place her fences through, well, you can place it here and here, and then realistically nobody can push through the small holes. So I'm not going to be swapping, but I do believe that he is going to be a great fit for anybody who does pick him up and decides to use him this season. I'm excited to see what people do, especially with his ultimate, and then his tactical being able to be moved around, which is really, really cool, and his res. So that concludes the Wattson versus 𝐑𝐂𝐂𝐂 comparison video. And again, there will be more like this coming, so I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, legends, I'm out. Peace.